Ryan Villopoto is already accustomed to the word champion. He is the defending Lights West champion. He is a two-time Motocross Lights title winner. And he has a Motocross of Nations overall victory. Before he moves on to take on the Supercross class, the Washington native is all about the record book. For these riders, an opportunity to take down the beast lies ahead. A win in Atlanta could make their young careers. Round one of the Supercross Lights East region is set to get underway from the Georgia Dome. Supercross and FIM World Championship. It's round one of the Supercross Lights East Coast Championship. It's red clay in the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. Hi everybody, I'm Ralph Shaheen alongside former Supercross champion Jeff Emig. And yeah, we've got red clay for the first time this year, and we're also raising the curtain on the East Coast class. Now last year, Ryan Villopoto dominated everything he ran in. So coming into the East Coast, Ryan's here. Of course, a lot of folks thinking he's just going to walk away with it. Is he, Jeff, or is somebody else going to run with him?
I think Ryan Villopoto definitely can. He is strong and fast, but over the offseason, he's had 2 injuries and 2 surgeries to go along with that. So there's a bit of an unknown of where his level is at right now. But I mean, if the history has taught us anything, Villopoto is going to be there on top.
Yeah, if you don't believe us, take a look at the stats that Villopoto has racked up already in his very young career. He already has 8 Supercross Light wins. He was the 07 West Coast champion. He's a 2-time AMA Motocross Lights champion. And oh, by the way, he was also a part of last year's winning Motocross of Nations championship team. Just a career year for this young rider. For more on Ryan Villopoto, here's our Aaron Bates.
It's been a long-anticipated arrival for the 2-time West Coast Light Supercross champion, the number 2 of Ryan Villopoto, to make his debut here on the East Coast soil. Ryan, over the season off, you were plagued with a couple of injuries. Are you back 100% healed and healthy after rehabilitation and therapy?
Yeah, I had my wrist injury I've done a long time ago, and when I had broke my collarbone when I started riding Supercross, I had it worked on, and it kind of gave me some problems as I was after I got it worked on, and just kind of been a long time trying to get it back to where it's good. And I got all my testing out of the way, and then started having little problems with it again. So I had it looked at, and I rode I think 5 or 6 days before this race this weekend.
Now last year you were so close to sweeping, just 1 round away. What would that mean for you to sweep the East Coast?
That'd be cool. I don't know if it's ever been done before. Maybe it has. But if it hasn't, that'd be something cool for me to do, and just add something little on the papers that says I've done something else.
Ryan Villopoto, you can expect big things from him here on the East Coast. You don't get a name like Villopodium for nothing.
Oh, that's for sure, Aaron. Now, surprisingly, Ryan was not the fastest in time practice today. That was Josh Grant. Is he the guy that can run with Ryan?
I think Josh Grant is the contender for this series. He's a veteran of Lights Supercross. It's kind of now or never for him, and going out, missing the first practice because of a problem with the bike and rebounding in the second qualifying practice and besting Villopoto's time, I think was a big accomplishment. It's like, whoa, Josh Grant's the guy.
We also have a couple of rookies on the East Coast to keep your eyes on, Nico Izzi and Trey Canard. Now, earlier today, we had the opportunity to catch up with some of the other favorites to see how they're going to approach racing in the East.
I'm actually really not too worried about it. I'm just going to go out and ride my own race, and, if I win, I win, and, wherever it ends up, it ends up. So there's no pressure. It's, just go out and get the first race over with and have fun. I'm just going to give it everything I've got, just give it 200%, and, everyone's got 2 hands, 2 feet, and a heartbeat. We're all the same. It's putting someone up on a pedestal is kind of, I don't know, it's not for me. I'm just going to go give it my all every time I'm out there and not leave anything on the track, and, we'll see how the season goes. I just need to learn to relax, go out there and ride like I do at home, and just have fun. You know, I mean, Ryan is the man. I mean, he won so many championships already. So, you know, I'm just trying to go out there and have fun. And when I have fun, that's when I ride the best.
Hopefully be able to get a start and run up front, and I know I could do 15 laps. I mean, I've been training hard at home and riding a lot, so I'm just gonna go out there, hopefully get a good start and do the best I can.
There's a great Ricky Carmichael, the GOAT here, part of the pre-race show. 5 wins in Atlanta for number 4. Heat races coming up when we come back. A large crowd on hand here, taking in the first round of the East Coast Lites Supercross Championship. Little red clay racing tonight. First time we've seen that type of dirt all season long. You see some of the haze as you take a look at our Supercross Lites 411, just wrapping up the opening ceremonies, which means next up, 2 heat races. Top 9 will transfer straight to the main. Then we'll have a Lites Last Chance qualifier, which will give us our final 4 riders for the 22-rider 15-lap main event. And this championship is 1 round less than the West Coast. Only 7 rounds to decide the championship here. Let's take a look now at our MX versus ATV Untamed track map here inside the dome, Jeff.
Well, the first thing you're going to notice is this extremely long starting line here. Some good rhythm sections. They actually put a wall here in the middle of this whoops as a breaker. They added another wall here and some sand here and here. Sand in the first turn, always tough for the starts.
A really unique racetrack, and the basic design was laid out by the reigning Supercross champion, James Stewart.
Yeah, fantastic design. Track has been a little bit tough to find a rhythm, but second qualifying practice, the riders really got it together.
And we've got this very cool shot for you all night tonight. We've got a RoboCam strapped to the ceiling here in the Georgia Dome. Should give us a unique perspective. And also, for another unique perspective with a progressive pre-race report, here's Aaron Bates.
Well, guys, the number 48 of Trey Canard is making his Supercross debut this weekend here in Atlanta. He did get his feet wet earlier this year at the Outdoor Nationals, which resulted in a bit of an injury with a left collarbone fracture. He said he's back, he's 100% healed, he's very nervous, he's extremely excited. He was 3rd fastest overall in practice today, but he can expect a lot more for him as long as he can get his feet wet and loosen up a little bit. Expect big things from the number 48 of Trey Canard.
I think you're right, Aaron. He should be a good one to keep an eye on. Tuesday, if you want it hot, check out Superbikes. Speed or style, the sport bike scene is on fire. Push it to the limit with an all-new season of Superbikes. Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific, only on Speed. There's our 32nd board girl. She's got the board sky high. As soon as she turns it sideways, the East Coast region will be underway for 2008. As our progressive starting lineup scrolls across the top of the screen, we get to see right out of the box number 2, Ryan Villopoto, number 48, Trey Canard.
Also have the Sipes brothers in here, both of them, Ryan and Justin, Tyler Bowers.
So all the buildup about Ryan Villopoto about to end right now. Is he the best in the East? Right into the sand they go in turn 1. Oh, we got a couple riders down. Looks like it was Canard on the 48 that got the whole shot, Jeff. Here's that wall and taking the lead away.
Ryan Sipes taking the lead
on the 57. Across the finish line jump. And guess what? Villopoto's down. Right in front of him, the big wall before the turn to the finish line jump.
Yeah, he got caught up in some of that sand just coming out of that whoop section. Now Ryan Villopoto has his work cut out for him. Definitely not the way that you like to start a series, especially if you've been off in the off season trying to find your rhythm. You're gonna have to work for it here.
Good battle for the lead here, though, between Canard, who comes inside, tries to take the lead away on the 48, and he's battling with Ryan Sipes on the 57.
Sipes is really on the gas. He has really started out strong. This is a new team for him. New ride here.
Sipes on a KTM as well, Jeff, and we haven't seen much out of KTM so far this year. Canard, however, on a Honda.
Take a look at this replay here. Number 2 at the bottom of your screen. That's Ryan Villopoto, comes into the sand section. And what he does over this wall, there's a wall right here. He clips the back of another rider, it stalled his engine.
And remember, your pictures look a little fuzzy because they're still clearing out some of the smoke from the pre-race show. They blow off a lot of fireworks if you've never been to one of these Monster Energy Supercross races in person. Being inside the dome, it just doesn't clear out fast enough. About halfway through this one now, as you see our scoring scrolling across your screen. Remember, those names in red are headed to the last chance qualifiers. Just those top 9 names in green that we're really keeping an eye on here.
And the track is absolutely perfect right now for setting fast lap times. Both these riders really battling. Look at Canard, he's making a charge up the inside.
Here he comes. Oh, very clean racing, but very intense as well as they fly over the triple.
And both riders really have to accelerate hard out of that turn after touching wheels to make that triple. Canard is really breathing down Sipes' neck, and Sipes putting up a great fight right now.
Boy, Canard is about as strong as you can be through the sand. He got a great drive down that straightaway and is able to make the move in the corner.
That's the second time that he's made that same move.
Oh, man. More contact between Canard and Sipes. And Jeff, this is Canard's first Supercross race.
Yeah, this rider does not seem to be fazed by any of the veterans. He is really confident in himself, his work ethic, and his talent. And it's definitely showing now, going out, battling a veteran, stealing the lead from him here with only 2 laps to go in the first heat race of his Supercross career.
Let's go back and see just how aggressive this racing has been between the... Oh! Canard has a problem. Slides a little bit coming out of the corner and loses a little ground, but not the position.
That's Martin Davalos sneaking up behind in 3rd. He wants to pressure Sipes. Only a lap left to go. He wants to win this heat race also.
By the way, Villopoto, as you see on the screen, is up to 7, so he's back into a transfer spot, but he's nowhere near this battle for the lead. Let's go back and look at that contact, Jeff.
This is Sipes coming in on the inside. You see, he really hits him hard. Canard keeps it on 2 wheels. Now watch Canard coming out this turn here. There's just not a rut for him to get in. You can see him spinning around. Fortunately, he kept the bike just straight enough to where he didn't have to pull a full 360.
This is the last lap. Oh, and that time, it's Sipes that slides the bike around, loses a little ground. Canard continues to lead. What a way to make a debut in Supercross, win your first heat, especially one that had Ryan Villopoto in it.
Confidence builder, I would say, most definitely.
Man, without question.
But that's the thing about this rider, Trey Canard. He's just not fazed by these pro riders. We've seen him last year in some of the motocross events. Had great rides. He's here to win.
And he's going to do just that after this corner. Trey Canard wins in his debut in Atlanta. He wins heat number 1. Sipes will take 2nd. Here comes Villopoto as Davalos has already crossed the line. Davalos across in 3rd, and Ryan Villopoto crosses the line in 7th in heat number 1. Now we get to find out how Josh Grant the rest do, but first we'll talk to Trey Canard when we come back.
Here's Gravity.
Canard got on his final lap here at the Georgia Dome. He wins his first ever heat race in Supercross Lites competition as we come back to the Georgia Dome. Here's the results from heat number 1. Everybody down to Nathan Skaggs is going straight to the main. Tyson Hatzel and the rest will go to the last chance qualifier. We go down to Aaron, who's with a big winner, Trey Canard.
This rookie, he definitely knows how to start the season off right. Trey, a couple of issues took place out there. A little bit of contact between you and Ryan Sipes and a slide out. What exactly took place?
You know, we're both going at it, and you know, it's my first Supercross. I'm way excited to be here right now. I know I got a whole nother main event to go, but I'm excited. I won my heat, and then you know, we got together, but that's racing, and you know, Ryan's a good kid, and I'm glad we can race together and still shake hands afterwards. So man, super pumped up here. I couldn't do it, you know, without the Lord Jesus Christ for keeping me safe and giving me all my talent. And words don't describe how much he does and what he is, and the whole team, Torco Racing Fuels Honda, my mechanic, the whole team. I had some issues in practice. We got them worked out, and it's going good. I'm looking forward to the main. I'd like to thank Shannon Nide and Greg Lorenzo. Thanks a lot.
Well, now you can get the latest race results and news right on your phone with weekly green alerts from Speed. Text KX to 773333 on your mobile phone to receive free motorcycle racing text alerts. Speed Green Alerts, presented by Kawasaki. Heat number 2, that is what is up next here in Atlanta. And heat number 2, Jeff, has the other half of the big names that we're going to be keeping an eye on. Guys like Josh Grant and Nico Izzi and Ben Coisy, as you see our Honda starting grid scrolling across the top of the screen. Now that's Grant in the number 20 and Coisy on the 979, and he's an interesting story.
Yeah, he's a rider out of France. Has been competing in the French Supercross Championship, which in Europe is the top. And he didn't have a ride for the GP season. Ben Townley went down hurt. Honda figured they'd pick up another Ben, and Ben Coisy got the call. A fantastic rider. I'm really looking forward to seeing him. And he may be part of that East Coast, championship thing. It always seems like one of the foreign riders wins on the East, so maybe he's next in line.
Could be. Could be. I guess we can kind of say that the Georgia Dome's kind of become like the Ellis Island of foreign-born riders trying to get into Supercross, huh?
Could be. It definitely is the place. Reed, Pichon, Moncada, Fonseca, Townley.
Yeah, long list.
They've all won here.
Here we go, Heat 2. And it's going to be Grant on the 20, getting there first. But Coisy's right with him. Remember, Grant was the fastest. Oh, big crash. Right at the front side of that tabletop. Didn't get a chance to see the number plate, and Mike, not 100% sure yet, and sure don't want to guess. But the lap goes green, and look at the lead that Grant is already building up. He's almost got a 2-second lead on Coisy already, Jeff.
Yeah, Grant is absolutely flying. And watch this replay on the left side of your screen here. Just clips Coisy. That's Matt Gorky. Look right here. These riders are going to come together. And watch right here. He just clips him. Just piles into that second jump.
The rider is up and walking away.
That's Matt Gorky. Yeah, he had such a fantastic start to the season last year. This year's not starting quite as well.
Yeah, I thought it was Matt, but I sure didn't want to guess. And Gerke was in a chase for the championship throughout the majority of the season last year. And a tough way to begin it this year, as we have already approached just about the halfway point of this one. Grant, now Ward in front of Coisy. Izzi up to fourth. Top 9, those names in green, all the way back to Payne. Will hold those transfer tickets to the main out of this heat.
And as we take a look at Josh Grant here, he's got a full straightaway lead already. Absolutely flying a 51.7 lap time. He had a 51 flat in qualifying practice. He was awesome, and right now he has really came out strong.
Oh, and another rider down.
That's
Coisy on the 979.
Actually had to get some assistance. The bike was on top of his helmet, of his head, chest area.
He's struggling to get started again.
That's just coming back onto the start straightaway here. This is the track coming through here.
Boy, no problems for Grant.
And he looks great on the bike. That's what I really like about Josh Grant this year. He looks extremely comfortable.
This is a big battle for second place. Ward, Izzi, Moss, a whole bunch of them in here.
This is about a 5-rider battle here.
That's Moss on the 82, and that's Nico Izzi on that Suzuki, the yellow bike, the 341. And he's just like Trey Canard, who we saw in heat number 1. This is his first Supercross.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big
mistake. That was Moss.
Yeah, that's Moss. Izzy's gonna gain a little bit of space here, a little comfort zone to where he can really focus on his laps and not all these riders behind him.
And behind them comes Jesseman on the 77. Boy, he's gaining up some ground.
Just off the back of this pack, that's Kyle Chisholm. Jesseman, benefactor of another injured rider, picking up a ride here with Mitch Payne's Pro Circuit team. After Christophe Pourcel went down with an injury, he's not going to be able to compete this year. Jesseman won a race last year in Orlando.
Yeah, he was one of those riders that was also in the title chase throughout the year.
Great action here in this heat race, and this second Lites heat race of the night is the track is just perfect here in the Georgia Dome. All this clay is really shaping up. The whoops have got some pretty good ruts in them right now, but this is when the turns and the ruts around the turns are perfect, so it really helps you get that fast lap time, which Josh Grant's at a 51.5, seconds at a 51.9, so Izzi really flying at this point in second.
Izzi's a little over 6 seconds behind our race leader on the number 20, Josh Grant. There you see Josh. Final lap for him. Jesseman's third, Moss now fourth, and Chisholm fifth with the top 9 going straight to the main.
Josh Grant just looks really strong on the bike. He looks comfortable.
And he has all day.
Yeah, he has all day, except the first practice where we didn't see him. They actually had an ignition problem on the first lap of the first practice of the first race of the championship. And I thought it was going to be devastating for him to miss that first round, but I thought it was really crucial. But man, he has really rebounded. He's the guy to beat tonight.
Checkered flag. He was the quickest in time practice, and now Josh Grant is the winner of heat number 2. And Nico Izzi is going to take second. Jesseman's going to grab third. Moss is just going to be Chisholm to the line for fourth over fifth. We'll be right back to talk to Josh Grant in Atlanta after these words.
Tuesday.
Things are already getting interesting here at the opening round of the Monster Energy AMA Supercross Lites East Coast Championship. Here are the results from heat number 2. Now we're going to call these unofficial with Josh Grant as the winner. Nico Izzi sits second. Well, the problem seems to be that the officials are going to dock some time to Josh Grant, which would make Nico Izzi the official winner, and that would mean that the 2 rookies, Izzi and Canard, won the 2 heat races. Here's Aaron with more.
Interesting to say the least. Josh Grant, you'd think he'd be pretty excited right now about taking that heat race the way he had, but Josh, tell us exactly what's taking place.
I went out and I got a really good start, and just put my head down and did the best I could, and came around the corner, and there's a tricky triple in the middle of the track, and I just came down, I had my head down, and you have to commit for the jump right from the very beginning of the corner. So I had my head down, and right when I came up to look at the triple, I saw the red light, hit the brakes, and just cased the triple right on the face of the landing. So it was a good race for me, though. I was consistent, I rode smart, I did what I needed to do, and now I'm in the main, so that's all that matters.
Carry this confidence into the main event.
See ya.
Jeff, how does that penalty come about?
Well, that's when a rider, when they have the red flashing lights on the takeoff of a triple jump, and Josh actually attempted the triple. He didn't make it like he said, but he still jumped more than 2 jumps, so 10-second penalty.
That's, of course, because there was an injured rider in the area. Let's show you the highlights now from the Lites Last Chance qualifier. Checkered flag for Benjamin Coisy. He's going to the main event in his first Supercross Lites East Coast race. He wins the Last Chance qualifier. Renner and Mills and Albertson take the final transfers. The Last Chance qualifier is completed. The field is set and it's main event time here in the Georgia Dome when we come back to Atlanta. Georgia Dome here in Atlanta, getting ready for our first main event for the Supercross Lites East Coast Series, just moments away. Enter to win the Dude for a Day Supercross style contest, where one lucky dude will win a trip to Vegas for the Supercross Finals. Hang with the Kawasaki dudes and then take home your very own Kawasaki KX450F motorcycle. Log on to speedtv.com, keyword dude now. Well, one very fast dude on a Lites bike is the number 2, the reigning West Coast champion, Ryan Villopoto. We caught up with young Ryan to talk about what his plans are for his future. After conquering the 2007 West Coast Lites Championship, Ryan Villopoto picked up and headed east in hopes of a similar outcome: domination.
I don't know if you can necessarily top it, but for sure I want to just do what I did last year. Like I won every Supercross but one. So if I can do that and then have another great year outdoors, it'd be good.
There is no doubt in anyone's mind who the fastest, strongest, best motorcycle, best team has been. It's been number 51, Ryan Villopoto.
Ryan rides for one of the most successful teams in the sport, Monster Pro Circuit Kawasaki, headed by Mitch Payton. The question is, why are they so good?
As a rider, Pro Circuit's success is, in with the team. It's everybody that works for Mitch, and everybody puts in their hard work as long as the riders. And as a rider, you want to put in as much as they do, so you guys can have a good season and hopefully we can win some championships.
He has done it. He has won the AMA Supercross Lites West Coast Series title.
My biggest competition in 08 will be Josh Grant. Ben broke his ankle, and I don't think he'll be ready for East Coast. I don't know. So we'll have to see in the end.
There is Ryan Villopoto in the starting gate, getting ready for the main. Lots of confidence, lots of championships. Can he get one here on the East Coast? It's all about to start here in just a minute as we drop the gate on the main. For Progressive pre-race report, however, here's Aaron.
Well, guys, just 3 weeks ago, the number 979 of Ben Coisy received a phone call with the opportunity of a lifetime, and that's to be the replacement factory Honda rider for injured and out Ben Townley. He flew over here just 3 short weeks ago. He actually got a phone call on Sunday night from his agent and was on a flight first thing Monday morning to move his new residence to California. Even though he's a 5-time Supercross French champion, he really doesn't know what to expect from his competitors here. He said if he does receive a top 5, he'd be more than ecstatic until he gets his feet wet.
Thanks, Aaron. Jeff, how different is the French championship from the American World Championship?
Well, it is highly competitive, but the best Supercross racers in the world are here. And the best riders on the East Coast are here in the Georgia Dome.
Well, now, Quench, you take a look at her up close, 22 riders for 15 laps. Canard and Izzi, 2 rookies, taking wins, and Coisy, another rookie to the tour, takes the LCQ win. Of course, Ryan Dungey now running on the West Coast, last year's Atlanta winner. There's a 30-second board. The Honda starting lineup across the top of your screen.
We've got some fast rookies, and we have some great veterans in this race.
And the guy with all the hype hasn't shown the speed yet today. Was not the fastest in practice. Didn't win his heat race.
I like it. This is going to be exciting.
Maybe he comes smoking out of the gate here to win the main, though. Let's see. Here we go. East Coast underway. Looks like the 48 machine of Trey Canard got the whole shot.
And more riders down the second straight. That's Villopoto.
He's not down. He kept going, Jeff, but he's buried in the back. That's the 178 machine of Nicoletti right there. But Villopoto did not get a good start. Canard, Sipes, Ward, Bowers, and Davalos all in the top 5.
Watch number 2, center of your screen, Villopoto. Nicoletti comes up short. Villopoto nails his bike, just keeps it on 2 wheels. Definitely disadvantage.
Now he's got to come charging up through the pack, and he's battling with Jesseman, on the 77 machine. Wow, look how wide he went. Oh, man, Villopoto struggling, Jeff, trying to get as much speed as he can into that number 2.
He really stuffed it into the sand there in the first turn. Villopoto definitely not getting the start to the season like he would like. He knows there's a sense of urgency right now to pick off as many riders as he can. Right now, he picks off one more.
That's Chisholm on the 36, and Kyle drops back a position.
I like this classic Villopoto style that we've seen so much in his first year. Second year, he was just solid. First year, had his feet off the pegs a little, rode a little wild at times. This is what he's going to have to do to win here tonight in Atlanta.
No question, he is one of the fastest riders, not just on the East, not just in the States, but in the world. I mean, what he did at the Motocross of Nations this past year was impressive.
And what he's doing here tonight at Atlanta's impressive. Oh, he misses the triple. Somebody comes up behind him. That was his teammate Jesseman. Almost lands on the back of Villopoto.
That's a huge mistake, because they've also got, it looks like the 30 bike in there battling with them in that area of the racetrack.
That's the 36.
Yeah, that's Chisholm. Meanwhile, Canard is sailing out front with almost a full 3-second lead as we continue to watch Ryan Villopoto fighting back to the front. He's in 8th right now. And Jeff, one of the reasons why he's going to feel so much pressure to get up as far as he can is because this is only a 7-race championship here on the East Coast. As we go back and look at a progressive whole shot replay.
Watch as the riders come barreling down this extremely long straight, and then they enter the sand. That was Josh Grant right in the middle of your screen that goes down. Look right here in the middle, right in the white, just stacks up a lot of riders right in the middle of that group.
How about Trey Canard wins his heat race, leading the main in only his first ever Supercross race.
Trey Canard right now laying down a 52.3-second lap time. His best is better than that even. We go way back to 7th place where Villopoto is 9.8 seconds behind. Villopoto's at a 51, so Villopoto and Grant both in the 51 second. They're stuck back in the pack.
Ryan Sipes on the 57, battling the 577 of Martin Davalos. Davalos out in front of him will take over 2nd place. A winner in Toronto just a year ago, Martin.
Villopoto working on Izzi, 341.
That's for 6th.
At the inside.
Tight racing, but the position goes to Villopoto. Next up will be Bowers on the 391. Tyler Bowers in 5th. He's on a Yamaha. There you saw the blue rider. Boy, head down is Villopoto.
You got to put your head down in this sand here as he makes a mistake. Izzi almost gets up the inside of him. He's on the outside pressuring him.
He knows he's there. You saw him look over his shoulder. He's got another young rookie, Tyler Bowers, just one spot in front of him. Boy, these young riders really showing strong in this East Coast Championship.
There is a great group of rookies here. Definitely, and right now, Trey Canard.
Oh! And he makes contact with Bowers and gets run over by another rider, and off the track goes Villopoto, and that's a serious hit.
And that was Josh Grant that came between Villopoto and his bike. Grant went down in the process.
Oh, man, he just got creamed. The Astric Medical crew right there to check on him. Villopoto is up and back down. Oh, watch this, Jeff.
Take a look here as Villopoto comes in. He taps the back of Bowers right there, stalls the bike. Here comes Grant right up in between.
Man.
This is violent how Grant just comes up and he separates Villopoto from his bike. And what that does, you see Villopoto grab his right hand, straight away, but here he goes. The Warrior is getting back on the machine.
He took that in the wrist, the chest, and the face. Oh, man, what a shot. And Villopoto's bumpy night in Atlanta continues. But the determination continues as well as he tries to get in while Trey Canard dominates in Atlanta.
Let's go right to Aaron.
Well, guys, Ryan Villopoto standing right beside me. Obviously, devastation takes place first race out. Ryan, what exactly went on out there?
You know, didn't have the greatest heat race and got kind of lined up on the outside, but you know, there's just guys that don't need to be out there, and that's what happens on the first lap. And you got people that are all over the place, and you know, I guess it's my fault for getting the bad start. That's about it.
Notice you're grabbing your injured rib already. Is it hurting?
Yeah, it was when I first got up, but you know, I think I'm all right now.
What about that pitch on Grant?
Thank you.
Wow, a tough night for Ryan Villopoto, but Jeff, remember a year ago, Ben Townley got last here and ended up winning the title, so I don't think we can count Villopoto out just yet, but he's got a long hill to climb.
Yeah, he's out for the night, and Trey Canard is in, the rookie. Unbelievable start to his Supercross career, winning his heat race, now dominating the main event, looking like a seasoned veteran, just hitting every line perfect, no mistakes, riding with a lot of confidence.
And Jeff, he hasn't been fazed by anything that he's had to deal with here in Atlanta. Not the other riders, not Ryan Villopoto, and not this racetrack.
Well, and that has to do with your preparation. And this kid works hard. The team works hard, and it's definitely showing.
The young rider out of Elk City, Oklahoma on the Honda, leading here tonight. Ryan Sipes, as we go back through the field, there he is. He's in second place.
Sipes putting in a great ride here tonight. Looked like he was going to be able to battle Canard for this win. Slipped off the pace a little. Half a second a lap. The big story here also is Moss is running in third place. He's taking the position from Davalos.
That's him in blue on the 82 bike, the Yamaha. They're fighting over third. Final spot on that podium with 4 to go. And you see Davalos on the 577. Oh boy, here he comes. He's got a good run through this rhythm section. Tries to cut him off, can't get it done.
Davalos really working hard. You can see all the lines, all the ruts forming. Davalos clipped the back of Moss's rear tire there, kicked his front wheel out just ever so slightly. This is going to be a great ride for Moss to be up on the podium. Davalos knows that podium position is right there, and he just gave it up. Only less than 3 to go.
And Davalos on the KTM as well, so they're having a good run tonight.
KTM definitely looking great here on the East.
Yamaha really pulls away. Davalos battles back in the corners and through these rhythm sections.
That was a lapped rider that Moss nearly landed on. Davalos nearly hit him in the corner. These riders right now, they are battling as hard as they ever have. Heart rates are through the roof. They're going to come around, get the...
Jeff, that was actually Sipes on the 57. So that wasn't a lapper. That's a change of position. Moss moves to second, Davalos to third, Sipes drops to fourth.
Wow, my mistake. That's it. Having Sipes miss that triple, that allowed 2 riders to slip past. That puts him off of the podium when he was a nice, comfortable second place. Sense of urgency is going to set in for Sipes at this point.
Now he's going to be sick after losing 2 spots like that so late in the race. Canard, however, has about an 8.5-second lead over Moss right now. Davalos tries to come back, as does he gets together with Moss, and Davalos takes over the position, and Sipes is coming back through there as well.
So the 577 Davalos makes the pass, sets it up, stalls Moss out. The 57 of Sipes takes advantage of that. Davalos' teammate. It's a team effort there, pushing Moss off of the podium.
With 1 to go, so it's Canard, Davalos, Sipes, Moss. 1 lap remaining. Trey Canard out front. look at how smooth he's riding here, just like the day at the practice track.
Yeah, but this is no practice track. This is where the points and the money, all the crowd is. The sponsors are here. What an amazing ride for Trey Canard. Great start to the season.
Coming to the checkered flag. Trey Canard wins the heat, wins the main in his first appearance on a Supercross race. The battle for third coming to the line. Davalos takes second as they all storm to the checkered flag. Sipes will just take third over Moss. Trey Canard was thrilled to win the heat. Can't wait to hear how fired up he is after winning the main.
AMA racing at Daytona Bike Week is here.
Lites East Coast season. The curtain raiser was a tremendous battle here all night long, with Trey Canard coming out on top not only in his heat, but at the main event. Unbelievable start to the year for him. And on the flip side of that coin, what a terrible way to begin the year for the reigning West Coast champion, Ryan Villopoto. He will score 0 points in the opening round. And in a championship, Aaron, that's only 7 races long, it is a tough way to begin the year for Villopoto, but an awesome way for Trey Canard.
What a night it was for Trey Canard. Virtually flawless, virtually perfect, all the way down from getting the whole shot, winning your heat race. Trey, are you beside yourself right now, and can you believe you started out the season the way you did?
It's not really set in yet. It's a total dream, but I tell you what, I couldn't do it without the Lord Jesus Christ to keep me safe and give me all my talent, and all the credit goes to him and the Torco Racing Fuels Honda, Planet Fitness. I mean, everyone. I had problems in practice with my bike this morning, with ignition problems, but got it sorted out, and the thing is just incredible, you know. And my mom, my trainer, Greg Dorenzo, my riding coach, Shannon Naide, just, man, my family, my mom. I don't even know what to say right now. I know it's a long series, but I'm going to cherish tonight, and you know, I'd like to repeat, but I'm just going to keep doing it the best I can, and hopefully it turns out good.
Congratulations on a sweet victory.
The road to Vegas. That's where we will find the East and the West Coast riders together for the first and only time this year, the Davey Coombs Senior Memorial East-West Shootout. You'll see it here on Speed. Hopefully you'll be able to join us at Sam Boyd Stadium. Here are the points. Martin Davalos, 3 back in second as Trey Canard leads him, Aaron.
Martin Davalos, he kind of took some time off on the off season, but Martin, you came back swinging tonight.
I know. I'm super pumped. I've been training so hard with Colleen, Brian, everybody at MTF, just putting so much work to have the tracks ready, and of course my MDK KTM and everybody behind the team just been doing so good and helping me out to be where I am right now.
Way to start off your season. And Ryan Sipes, new team, new bike, new motivation out there. How much of a difference is this for you this year?
It's good. You know, bikes are good. The main thing though is, you know,